This video, would you rather pay a $600,000 for a condo in Toronto, or would you rather pay $435,000 for a home in Dallas? Now, assuming that these are two couples, so I'm going to be sharing the numbers on what you'll be spending on each of those both sides of the border, and you guys are going to make a decision by the end of the day on what do you think makes more sense. For the purpose of this video, a $600,000 home right now in Toronto, you can buy a condo, a $435,000, which the average price of homes in the Dallas markets, and we're using average because that could range from a $4 million house up to $200,000 house. But the average of a house in Dallas right now is about $350,000. Right now, for the sake of this video, we are only comparing $435,000, and I am going to be making some comparables over here. Now, with both, you're putting 20% down. So for a $600,000 home, you're putting about $120,000 down, and your mortgage is $480,000. This is your home in Toronto. With a 4.25 interest rates, you are paying about 25 years amortization in Canada. So every 5 years we renew our mortgage in Canada. In the US, the mortgage is locked in for 30 years. So, and the interest rate right now is 6.7%. So that's the first comparable that I want you guys to have in mind. With our Toronto house over here, you're paying $2,650, $26.50 monthly for your mortgage. In Dallas, you're paying $22.45. Now, you guys might be thinking there's a savings over there, right? You're earning in Canada. Let's say you're even earning in Canadian dollars, and in US, they are earning in USD. So we're not even going to see which life is cheaper because the currency is different. So let's just say property taxes in Toronto is a lot cheaper though. In Toronto, you're paying $46.04 per year in property taxes, and in the US you're paying $78.30 per year in property taxes. So in Toronto, $46.04, so about $4,600, and over here you're paying about $7,800 in taxes every year. Let's compare Toronto, because in Toronto you're going to be paying marketing, you're going to be paying maintenance fee. The maintenance fee is about $635 per month, because this is a condo. That is going to give you about $650 per month, right? So over here in Dallas, you don't have to pay any taxes, any maintenance fee, because that's not a condo. In terms of insurance, okay, in Toronto, I will budget about $90 for insurance, between $50 to $90. So that's about $500 for insurance in Toronto. In Dallas, you're budgeting about, so if it's $500, that's about $3,000 is what you're paying. Over here, you're paying about $3,500 for taxes. So we're going to do all those total. Now, let's look at the cost of living for two couples in these both areas. Over here, let's say you have two couples, that's two adults. In Toronto right now, I would say that maybe if you are very conservative, average, you can spend about $1,000 in groceries, and in Dallas, you could probably spend about $800. I find that food costs in both areas are relatively the same, if you ask me. I just find that the things in Toronto is a lot more quality in terms of food, because from our cereal and meat and all of those processing, we have higher standards. So I find that the food quality in Toronto is better, if you ask me. Now, Statistics Canada reported that an average person will spend about $8,659 in 2023. That's so about $9,000 average in groceries. That's about less than $800. So I still give you $1,000 in Toronto. So I think we are right at par over there, at par. In terms of transportation, let's say that in this case, those two adults are using, let's say they are having a car payment of $500. Their gas is costing them $200 per month. Insurance is costing $200 per month, and it's about $100 for maintenance. So that's about $950, right, for people that are going to live in Dallas. In Dallas, there's not a lot of transportation like Toronto. I don't see a lot of busing and all of that. You would need to have your car if you're living in Dallas. So it's about I would say it's about $950 that you have to have monthly for your car expenses. In Toronto, though, you could go for monthly passes, right? You could do public transport, and that will be costing you about, with occasional taxi here and there, maybe $412. that's about 2 TTC passes, which is $312. Occasional Uber driving taxi $100, that's $412. Versus if you're in Dallas, you need about $950. Now let's talk about utilities and all of that. I would say in Toronto, internet is maybe about $70. 2 cell phones costing about $120, $140. Electricity and everything is sometimes not covered by condo, so I would still estimate it that's about $150. So again, for people that are buying homes, this is also going to be a good video for you, because you can estimate what the prices of expenses, and buying a condo $600,000 in Toronto is going to cost you. So I'll say maybe it's costing about $340 for utilities, internet and phones in Toronto. In Dallas, you're probably spending the cost of electricity, water and trash is very expensive in Dallas, so about $250. Internet is about maybe $70, almost the same thing as Toronto. And I will say your cell phone providers almost the same, $140, so it's not too bad, right? So $460 in Dallas, $340 in Toronto. Okay, now let's put everything up together. So if you put your Toronto costs, $2,650 for your mortgage, $380 for your property taxes, your condo, you're paying $650 per, and this is monthly. Insurance is about $50 to $70. Groceries about $1,000. Transportation $412. Utilities are $340. The total is about $5,486 in total. In Dallas, you're paying mortgage of $2,245. Your property taxes is $653. So you can see the difference there with property taxes. Your condo over here, HOA fees, sometimes you might have some of that depending on what you buy. So I would still say you're paying about $100 for a lot of the HOA fees, because a lot of places are like gated communities. They are more, communities oriented. So some things are still shared. Insurance are $490 for in Dallas. Groceries are about $800. Transportation is $950. We talked about that, and utilities is $430. So in Dallas, you're paying about $5,696 in total. And again, we're comparing buying a home of $650,000, which is a condo in Toronto, versus living in Dallas, where you're buying the same property is $600,000 Canadian, is about $435,000 USD, and that's what I picked it. So the question here is, would you rather pay $600,000 for a condo in Toronto or pay $430,000 for a home in Dallas? And we've calculated everything that you would need. So is Dallas really cheaper? That's why I broke down all the numbers and which one is actually cheaper. I think for me personally, it also comes to preference, but I will let you guys pick which one makes more sense. And subscribe to this channel if you are thinking of buying a home in Toronto, in the GTA, or selling your house, or investing in properties. Please reach out to me. My contact information will be below. If you are consulting for what makes sense as well, my calendar is open for you guys. I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.